What if I told you that the history of the Philippines didn't start with Ferdinand Magellan in 1521? In fact, what if I told you that the history of this nation didn't even start with a conqueror, but with the creator? Hi there, my name is Kesiah Kia Zong. Welcome to the Church Diary. For centuries, historians have searched for the lost land of Ophir. It is the biblical source for the God that built the Temple of Solomon. So they searched in Africa, they searched in India, but all evidence pointed elsewhere. It pointed to the Pearl of the Orient. But this isn't just a history lesson about gold. It is a story about identity. So join me as we trace the prophetic timeline of the Philippines from the ancient world to the spiritual destiny that we are fulfilling today. The Bible tells us that King Solomon built a navy that he used to go and gather the materials needed to build this temple. And they were supposed to journey for 3 years to go and return. 3 years. You see, in the ancient world, relying on the monsoon winds, there is only one cluster of islands that fits this specific description and time frame from the Red Sea: the Philippines. But let's look at the shopping list. The Bible says that they brought back gold, precious stones, the red almond wood, and exotic animals. Before the Spanish ever arrived, our ancestors in Botswana and the Visayas were wearing golden belts and eating from golden plates. We had the Nara tree and the durable red wood needed for the construction of the temple pillars. Think about this: the physical foundation of the very first temple in Jerusalem, the very place where God's presence dwelt here on earth, was likely built with materials that came from the islands of this nation. We were connected to God's divine plan thousands of years before we even knew His name. Amazing. But God didn't just prepare the land, He prepared the hearts. When the Spanish arrived with the cross, they were shocked. They were expecting to find a people who had no concept of God. Instead, they found a people worshiping Bathala. We have a saying, Bathala. Today we think it means come what may, but its root is Bathala. That is, I trust God, or let God do it. This is what theologians call a redemptive analogy. God planted a seed of truth in our culture. And so when the gospel finally arrived, it wasn't a replacement of our identity. It was a completion of that Filipino identity. It was a completion of the identity of this land. And so we were not conquered by religion. We were reconnected with the Father that our ancestors were already calling out to. History has been very painful. The Philippines endured 300 years of Spanish rule, the American occupation, the Japanese occupation, and even the Second World War. And so it is easy to look back at this history with some bitterness. But look at the map today. In a region that is dominated by Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, the Philippines remains the only country that is predominantly a Christian nation in Asia. God used the crucible of history to preserve a remnant, to preserve a people that are special to Him. He literally built a lighthouse in the east. We often ask, why did the Philippines suffer so much? Perhaps it was to forge a resilience that will make Filipinos the most adaptable people on the earth. Filipinos are arguably the most adaptable people on this planet because God had a job for them that requires them to go everywhere. In the days of Solomon, the Philippines sent physical gold to Jerusalem. But today we are sending a different kind of gold. OFWs, overseas Filipino workers. You see, the world sees them as domestic workers, engineers, nurses, and so on. But heaven sees them as missionaries. They are spread across every part of the world, across the Middle East, Europe, and other places, in places where traditional missionaries cannot go. A Filipino nurse can sing a gospel song to a patient in a closed country. A Filipino nanny can teach a child about Jesus in a secular home. The Philippines is no longer just the pearl of the Orient. We are the evangelists of the world today.
All the praise and all the glory belongs to you, our God.
The prophecy has come full circle. Back in the day, this island nation contributed to the construction of the physical temple. But today, we are building the spiritual kingdom.
We magnify your name.
If you're watching this and you're a Filipino, then hold your head high. Your history is not an accident. You are not just from a small island nation. You are from the land of kings, God's own remnant, a land of gold, and a land of destiny. I am Kesiah Kia Zong, and this is the Church Diary. If this story has inspired you, please share the video. Let's wake up the giant in us. God bless the Philippines.